Hello everyone, I have an open problem for you all. Yesterday I came across these jigsaw puzzles, and they are puzzles in the silhouette of a bird. See how this is a cardinal, this is a hummingbird, this is a parrot, and what's cool is that it literally is in the silhouette of a bird. See how there's no rectangular background? The puzzle pieces perfectly form the silhouette of a bird. And this got me thinking, given a non-traditional shape, how do you cut it up into jigsaw pieces? There's no way that this is done by hand, right? Like, imagine if this was an actual job and your boss was like, I have this bird over here, can you cut it up into 300 pieces? Not 299, not 297. I like my numbers round, 300 pieces. And then you're like, oh crap, I cut up my bird, but I'm not sure if it's 300 pieces. I gotta count it all over again. You can imagine that this would be a pretty difficult job to do by hand. It's pretty interesting, but also sounds kind of tricky. I'm pretty sure that there has to be a way to procedurally generate these jigsaw pieces. I haven't gotten too far in thinking about this, but I have some initial thoughts about how to go about it. So firstly, how do you generate a jigsaw puzzle? So I was thinking that we could just start with a rectangular image. So we decide that our base image is a rectangle, right? Next up, I'm thinking that we find some kind of tessellation for this base image. So say like we tessellate our rectangle into smaller rectangles. And by doing this tessellation, we end up with a basic shape for each jigsaw piece. And then finally, it's just up to us to add the nooks and crannies. So note how a jigsaw piece, it has outward curving edges and inward curving edges. So the final step is to look at every boundary of the puzzle piece and add these inward and outward curving parts. And then I think by doing this, we can end up with a pretty solid jigsaw puzzle. And then if we have a non-traditional shape, so say we're like, I don't want a rectangle, I want a triangle. We can do a similar thing where it's like we tessellate this triangle, so like make it into smaller triangles. And then as always, we add our inward and outward curves. And then we have something that's like some semblance of a jigsaw puzzle if we wanted to build it up to be a triangle. So now it's like for our final boss, what if it's like, it's not a rectangle, not a triangle, not a simple polygon. What if it's a bird? Oh no. Usually I'm better at drawing birds, but I can't really draw while I talk. But okay, so say this is a bird, okay? How do you tessellate this bird into jigsaw pieces?